I thought love was supposed to save me, not erase me. I did not know the man I trusted would become the voice in my head, telling me I was nothing. I did not leave because I stopped loving him. I left because I was disappearing. If you have ever felt scared of someone you love, please listen. This is not just my story. It might be yours. I was not born weak. I became weak loving him. Before him I laughed freely. I spoke without fear. I trusted my own voice. Then he came. Not like a storm, but like safety. He listened the way broken people need. Not to respond, but to enter. He asked about my childhood, my fears, my scars. And I mistook curiosity for care. I told him things I never said out loud. About the nights I cried quietly. About the way I felt invisible in rooms full of people. He held my face and said, "You are seen now." That sentence became my addiction. At first he protected me from the world. Then slowly, he protected the world from me. He said, "They do not understand you like I do." He said, "They will hurt you." He said, "Trust me, not them." And I believed him. Because love sounds logical when fear agrees. He started choosing my clothes, my friends, my words. Not forcefully. Gently. Like advice. If I resisted, he smiled. If I argued, he sighed. If I obeyed, he praised. That is how control hides inside affection. Soon I stopped asking questions, because answers disappointed him. I stopped laughing loudly, because it annoyed him. I stopped sharing my thoughts, because he said they were negative. I started editing myself, sentence by sentence, emotion by emotion. One night I cried because I missed my old self. He wiped my tears and said she was weak. "You are better now." I should have run, but I stayed, because he sounded sure. He started disappearing. Hours. Then days. When I asked where he was, he said, "You are insecure." When I needed reassurance, he said, "You are exhausting." Love became something I had to earn. By silence. By patience. By pain. Then came the first betrayal. Not physical. Emotional. I saw messages. Deleted messages. Smiles he no longer gave me. Words he stopped saying. He said it was harmless. He said I was imagining things. He said my past trauma was talking. So I doubted myself. Not him. That is when I began losing reality. I apologized for accusing him. I thanked him for staying. I promised to be better. That night I stared at the ceiling, feeling smaller than ever. Wondering when love started feeling like punishment. I did not know yet. This was only the beginning. I stopped recognizing the sound of my own thoughts, because his voice lived louder inside my head. Every time something felt wrong, he explained it so calmly. That wrong started feeling normal. If he ignored me for hours, he said he was busy building a future for us. If he canceled plans, he said I was too dependent. If I cried, he said tears were my way of manipulating him. Slowly, I learned to suffer quietly. I watched myself change. I checked my phone 100 times. Not to talk to him, but to make sure I had not upset him. I rehearsed conversations in my head, choosing words carefully, removing emotions, so he would not feel attacked. Love became a performance, and I was always afraid of forgetting my lines. Then came the night I found the truth. Not because he confessed, but because the universe got tired of protecting him. Her name appeared on his screen. Not once, Not accidentally, but repeatedly. When I asked who she was, he did not panic. He smiled. That smile destroyed something inside me. He said she understands him. He said she is easy. He said she does not overreact like me. I asked if he loved her. He said love is complicated. I asked if he loved me. He said you are asking too many questions. That was the moment I realized I was no longer his choice. I was his habit. He stayed, but only physically. At night he turned his back to me, his phone glowing, his laughter quiet, belonging to someone else. I felt like a ghost in my own relationship, watching another woman live my life. When I confronted him again, he exploded. He said, "Look what you made me do." He said, "If you were better, I would not need anyone else." He said, "Every problem in this relationship is you." I believed him. Because when someone breaks you slowly, you start thanking them for not breaking you faster. I begged him to stay. Not because he deserved me, but because I forgot I deserved better. He agreed to stay. On conditions. I had to stop questioning. Stop crying. Stop remembering. Stop being human. I agreed. Because I thought love meant sacrifice. That was the night I lost myself completely. I remember standing in the shower, water burning my skin, trying to wash away the feeling that I was not enough. I whispered to myself, "Just survive. Just survive." I did not know yet. Survival was not the worst part. Losing myself was. I thought agreeing would save us, but it only taught him how far he could go. The rules were never spoken again, but I felt them in everything. In the way he looked at me. In the way silence followed my questions. I stopped calling friends. Not because he asked, but because he looked annoyed when I did. Every relationship in my life started fading, one by one, until he was the only voice left. Isolation does not feel like loneliness at first. It feels like loyalty. He started rewriting our history. He said I was always difficult, always emotional, always unstable. When I remembered things differently, he laughed and said, "You make things up." I began recording moments in my head, afraid I would forget what was real, afraid I was losing my mind. There were days he was kind again, so gentle, so loving, that I blamed myself for everything. Those days were worse, because hope hurts more than cruelty. He would hold me after breaking me, tell me he only hurts because he cares, tell me no one else would tolerate me. I believed him, because I had already lost everyone else. I started apologizing before speaking. I learned to read his mood like weather. Sunny meant safety. Silence meant danger. I stopped sleeping properly. My body stayed alert. Even in dreams, there was always tension in my chest, like something bad was about to happen. And usually, it did. Sometimes he disappeared completely. No calls. No messages. No explanation. I sat alone imagining every worst scenario, while he lived freely, without me crossing his mind. When he returned, he acted normal, as if nothing happened. If I questioned him, he said I was creating drama. So I swallowed my pain and smiled. I lost weight, not because I wanted to, but because anxiety ate my hunger. I avoided mirrors, because the woman staring back looked tired, older, hollow. I remember one night, sitting on the floor, back against the bed, crying so quietly, even I could not hear myself. I prayed, Not to be happy, but to stop feeling. That was when I realized I was disappearing. Not leaving. Not escaping. Just fading. I was still breathing. Still smiling. Still existing. But I was not alive. And the most terrifying part was that he did not notice. Or maybe he did. And he liked it. There was a moment when my body gave up before my heart did. It happened quietly. No screaming. No fight. Just exhaustion. I woke up one morning and could not move. Not because I was sick, but because I was empty. He asked what was wrong. Not with concern, but with irritation. I said I feel tired. He said, of course you do. You do nothing all day. That sentence stayed with me, echoing, because I realized something terrifying. He no longer saw me as human. I stopped expecting kindness. I stopped expecting apologies. I stopped expecting love. But I still expected pain. And somehow that felt normal. One evening he accused me of cheating. Out of nowhere. No proof. No logic. I was shocked. I was confused. I was scared. I cried and tried to defend myself. He watched calmly. Later I understood. Accusation was his confession. That night he grabbed my wrist. Not hard enough to bruise. Just enough to scare. He leaned close and whispered, "You should be grateful I stay." My body froze. Because fear does that. It turns you into stone. After he slept, I sat awake, watching the ceiling. My heart beating like it was running. I thought about leaving. For the first time seriously. And immediately guilt followed. What if he changes? What if I am wrong? What if I break him by leaving? Then another thought came. Soft. Dangerous. What if I am already broken? The next weeks blurred together. Arguments. Silence. Cruel jokes disguised as honesty. He mocked my emotions. In front of others. Calling me sensitive. Calling me dramatic. People laughed. I laughed too. That laughter tasted like blood. I started having panic attacks. My hands shaking. Breath shallow. Heart racing. He said I was embarrassing him. He said I needed to control myself. I began hiding my pain. Even from myself. One night I heard him say, "She will never leave. She is too weak." He did not know I was listening. Something inside me cracked. Not loudly. Not violently. But completely. For the first time, I saw myself the way he saw me. Small. Silent. Afraid. And for the first time, that scared me more than losing him. I went to the bathroom. Locked the door. And looked at my reflection. My eyes were dull. My shoulders slouched. My voice gone. I whispered my own name. And it sounded unfamiliar. That was the moment I realized, if I stayed, I would disappear forever. Leaving did not feel brave. It felt impossible. But staying felt like death. And suddenly, the choice became clear. I did not leave with confidence. I left with shaking hands. There was no dramatic goodbye. No closure. No apology. Just one quiet morning, where my body chose life. Even though my heart was terrified, I packed slowly, like the sound might stop me. Every item felt heavier than it should, because it carried memories. I kept expecting him to wake up, to shout, to beg, to promise change. But he slept peacefully, while I escaped my own destruction. When the door closed behind me, I did not feel free. I felt empty. Freedom comes later. First comes grief. I cried everywhere. In buses. In bathrooms. In strangers' houses. I cried for the girl I used to be. For the years I lost. For the love I thought was real. Some nights I almost went back. Not because I missed him, but because pain felt familiar. Healing is not beautiful. It is ugly. Lonely. Slow. I questioned myself constantly. Was it really that bad? Was I exaggerating? Was I the problem? Trauma does that. It makes you doubt your own survival. I jumped when my phone rang. I apologized too much. I felt guilty for resting. My body was safe. But my mind was still trapped. I started learning silence again. Not the fearful kind, but the peaceful one. I learned that love does not demand fear. That care does not hurt. That respect does not need proof. Some days I felt strong. Other days I felt broken all over again. And both were part of healing. I stopped explaining my story. Because people only understand pain they have lived. I forgave myself slowly. For staying. For believing. For loving. That forgiveness felt heavier than leaving. I am not the same woman. And I do not want to be. She survived. I am rebuilding. If you are listening to this, and something inside you feels familiar, please hear this. Love should not make you smaller. Love should not silence your voice. Love should not scare you. And if leaving feels impossible, remember, so did staying. But one choice keeps you alive. And that is enough.